Urban Therapy with Sun 752. With this your daily go getimism number 522 for March 8th, 2016. Crazy day today. It was warm today. People coming out of woodworks. It's going down like that. This is what we have to look forward to for the next like 6 months, if it stays like this. But anyway, what I wanted to talk to y'all about tonight was killing yourself off. Yeah, there are ways that we can kill ourselves off. You know, like when I speak about killing yourself off, I'm really talking about the mistakes that we make sometimes because we're hard headed, or sometimes because we really are not learning very well. But it's sort of like we're abusing ourselves, but we're abusing ourselves in a way that is going to make it really hard for us to be okay when we learn better and we stop abusing ourselves. And when I say abusing ourselves, I'm going to talk a little bit about how we abuse ourselves emotionally and professionally and physically. Now, I guess I'll start with the physically first. When you talk about abusing yourself in terms of drinking too much, abusing alcohol, and abusing drugs, they really take a toll not just on your mental state. A lot of people think that it just takes a toll on your mental state, but it's not true. You know, in terms of alcohol or anything that you smoke, you know, you're doing your physical body a disservice. Alcohol really messes up your liver, and normally people who have problems with their liver also have problems with their heart. It can really mess you up, and the more you put it off, you know, cutting down, getting things to a manageable level, the more you put your health at risk. And you don't want alcohol related problems, man, because that's like a slow death. It really is. And when it comes to drugs, you know, you can mess around and OD, and it's almost like committing suicide. And that's a violent way to go out, and it's a terrible way to go out because, you know, the loved ones that you leave behind, they're looking at it like, yo, you really could have gotten this thing under control. And people struggle with addiction all the time. Shout out to people who struggle with addiction, because I know it's not an easy thing to overcome. I know that. But you got to keep trying. You got to keep pressing on. You got to keep going. And shout out to the ones who do keep going, keep trying. Now, when you talk about killing yourself off, we can hang around with people who will help us kill ourselves off. You know, when you start chipping away at your life, like when you chip away at your freedom, you're hanging around with cats of a criminal element, putting you in dangerous situations, got you running from the law. You know, you taking chances, you know, robbing and stealing people, selling drugs, going back and forth to court, back and forth to court, back and forth to jail. You get out of jail, you fuck up. You know, times are hard for you when you get out, when you come home from jail. Instead of taking the slower route and building your skill in some kind of profession or being patient and getting better at something, you know, you go and try to chase that fast money. Spending years and years in jail, man, you really are killing yourself off because you're around violent situations day in and day out, negative situations day in and day out, people who ain't never coming home day in and day out, and the people who ain't coming home, they don't really have nothing to live for. They know they ain't never coming home, so they don't have any reason to be positive about anything. It's rough, and the more you expose yourself to that, you killing a part of yourself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It's a bad look. Other ways that people kill themselves off by burning bridges. You burning your bridges. You know, you doing people in that have been doing you right. People that have been supporting you. People who have been by your side. People who have had your back. And you give them your ass to kiss. And there are a lot of ways that you can burn your bridges. Messing around. Okay, let's say you have a good girlfriend. You know, she's been holding you down. You've been in and out of jail. You have problems with the law. You've had problems holding down a job and all of that. And she's been looking out for the cookout. Let you move in with her. You know what I mean? Break bread a little bit. Treat you like a man. Keeps from belittling you. And you know, you might have an alcohol problem, drug problem, or something like that. Just anti-social behavior. And you mess around and beat her up. You know, you start physically abusing her, and on top of that, you might, you know, do some old last stand shit like rob her. You might have been robbing her the whole time, but then you do this last thing. You give her a black eye. Plus, you stole the money out of pocketbook or out of in her stash or whatever, or took all the money out of her bank account. You had a debit card. Some old crazy people do this kind of dumb shit. You know what I mean? So the one person that really did hold it down for you, you done burned that bridge. Now she might look. Relationships are crazy. And she might give you another chance, but she ain't never gonna forget what you did. And things can never be exactly the same after you've done something like that. So you basically burn that bridge. And if you didn't burn it all the way, you sure have torched it to the point where you can't walk across it safely anymore. Burning bridges is a definite way to kill yourself off. And we ain't gotta do that. We ain't gotta do that. Ain't gotta do it. Things can be better than that. We gotta learn how to do better than that. You know what I'm saying? Putting yourself in dangerous situations. So what we had? We had drugs, alcohol, putting yourself in dangerous situations, going back and forth to court, hanging around with cats that don't mean well by you. You chip away at your quality of life, and that's how you kill yourself off. Because spiritually, you might be bankrupt. You might be spiritually bankrupt, and that kills a little part of you on a daily basis, man. You don't want to do that. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, you don't have to kill yourself off. You might be steeped in stressful situations. You may be going through a depression, and some people abuse themselves because they don't think that they're worthy of having anything better than what they've created for themselves. But it don't have to be that way. It does not have to be that way. You can always do better than you've done. You can always learn that there's a different way, a better way. You know what I'm saying? You have to utilize your resources. You have to get around more positive people and duplicate some of the things that they do. Instead of talking about how they don't keep it real and they don't live in reality. Everything bad ain't real. Everything real ain't bad. We need to cut out some of this foolish terminology. Get your ass to the Mind, Right, and Body Better Fitness program every Saturday, especially this Saturday the 12th. Get at that, man. I can't express to you enough, the benefits that come out of treating your body right, exercising, and eating the right foods. Once you do those things, diet, exercise, reading, man. Once you start doing those things, you notice a change in yourself, and the change is real. And it's going on in the inside, and it starts to it starts to show on the outside, and people can see it, and you'll become proud of yourself, not because people are patting you on the back, but because you know that you're better than you used to be. Ain't nothing like that feeling. So get at that. It all starts at the Mind, Right, and Body Better Fitness program. We doing this shit for free. Why wouldn't you want to? I'ma holler at y'all. Be good.